Good morning, Devin here with Ground Force Metal Detecting, and it's Metal Detecting Morning Coffee Talk once again. I had a light bulb above my head the other day regarding the XP Deus II multi-processing and something I want to try. So I did, and I liked it. The multi-processing menu, okay, and the presets that are in there, they're geared towards using your channel 1 as the more sensitive program, your main channel, right? Your channel 1 is your main detector channel, and then channel 2, a lot of times the sensitivity set low, and reactivity either way, but sensitivity set low, so that the thinking being that it will differentiate targets of different depths by hearing the deep targets on channel 1 and the shallow targets really popping through on channel 2, so that if that channel 2 isn't smacking the target, it means that it's because the sensitivity is lower. I am out here in the rain and wind, so sorry about the background wind and noise, the weather, but I'm dedicated, so I'm out here in the pouring rain. I do have a gazebo above my head, but you can see in the background it's raining. So anyway, with the the thinking is it differentiates the depth of the targets by really enhancing shallow targets with a whole different sound, and sometimes effects and everything like that, and the effects sort of kick in more on shallow targets. And I thought to myself, what if I reverse that? What if I reverse the channel thinking, okay? Said to myself, what if I reverse that? So here's what I did. And I'm gonna go through the settings, probably inside, but I've got my Deus II here, but I'm gonna go through the settings inside. The rain is starting to come in. Right now the rain is coming in. Yeah. Feel like a weather reporter. The rain's coming in and getting me. But I thought, what if I set my channel 1, I set it for full tones and low sensitivity. I set it for 65, right? So channel 1 is going to give me a VDI, right, tone, a VDI tone, full tones, but on shallow targets, right? And then I set my discrimination at, here's my thinking on discrimination. I want to basically discriminate out everything up to about 50, because that's foil and trash, except for a little band I want to hear for maybe small gold charms and chains, which come in, and you have to pick something, right? Or you're going to dig trash all day. So they come in a lot of times between 25 and 29. A lot of gold, little small gold jewelry, okay? Yeah, now it's lightning, okay? So I'm risking my life out here for y'all, okay? So here's what I did. I set my discrimination at 24, okay? That knocks out everything up to 24. And then I notched out from 30 to 49, which took care of everything else. Now, that was a strange sound. So, now on the right channel. On the right channel, I set the sensitivity high and the reactivity low. So I'm reaching for deep targets on the right channel, but it's going to go off my discrimination. So basically, it's going to hit deep targets, high sensitivity. It's going to hit the shallow ones too, but it's going to hit those deep targets above 50. All right, hey, I got to go in. I'm going to continue. To be continued. Okay, I'm safe and sound in my garage and dry and alive. I've got my XP Deus II right here, and I'm going to go through the settings that I used. And this is optimized for a park, really. I was in a park Specifically, I was in a TOT lot with mulch. I like to go through there and look for jewelry, lost jewelry, coins. You know, it's going to be modern clad, but I'm looking mainly for somebody lost a ring, or somebody lost an earring, or, you know, a bracelet, whatever. That's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for. All right, so we're going to go, as you see here, I'm started in park program, the main program, park number 5, okay? And I have the XY screen active in this program. I named it Mulch17. That means it's my 17th iteration of this try, okay? And I'm going to hit the menu button here. We're going to go through what's in here, okay? Discrimination, as I kind of mentioned, is set at 24, okay? And here's the thing about multiprocessing. If you're going to plan to use multiprocessing, there are things that you set on the main menu, but don't set other things until you get to the multiprocessing menu. So here's what you want to set. I'm going to go through, before I kind of scroll through them, discrimination, set up front, and all the sub-menus under discrimination. Silencer, set ahead of time. Sensitivity, do not set. Wait for the multiprocessing menu. Frequency, you set your frequency. Multiprocessing doesn't have a choice for frequency. Okay. Iron volume, don't worry about that. We're going to set that in the multiprocessing menu. Reactivity, don't worry about it. We're going to set that in the multiprocessing menu. And then you come finally to the multiprocessing menu. But an audio response, set that ahead of time. That's not in the multiprocessing menu. So the basis here is anything that's in the multiprocessing menu, don't set on the main screen and then go into multiprocessing and turn it on and think it's going to be there, because it's not. Multiprocessing overrides whatever you did on the main menu in those settings I mentioned, okay? So back to going through it. Discrimination set at 24. And if I hit the expert menu, we're going to ignore that we're on full tones, because that's set in the multiprocessing menu. So that's the only one in the discrimination sub-menu that's actually set in the multiprocessing. So don't set your tones under discrimination here. Set it in the multiprocessing menu. Okay? Offset full tones I set to 10. Bottle caps I left at 2. And I put a notch in from 31 to 48. Okay? So again, it was kind of raining and pouring, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to hear an iron rejected tone from 1 to 30, okay? Or from most of my discrimination at 24. I'm going to hear a rejected iron tone from 1 to 24. Then I'm going to hear a good tone from 25 to 29. And then my notch kicks in, or to 30. And then my notch kicks in at 31, and I'll hear nothing from 31 to 48. That's notched out. You'll hear nothing. Not a rejected tone, not a peep, okay? Going down, and we're back. So let me back out of there. And we're going to go from discrimination down to silencer, set at 2. I think that's just the way it was. Sensitivity, we're not setting here, okay? Frequency, I got at 89. Iron volume, we're not setting here. Reactivity, we're not setting here. Now, I got to skip multiprocessing. Audio response, I have set at 2. Now we'll go back to the multiprocessing menu. Okay? I've got my settings that are independent of multiprocessing set ahead of time. The rest of them I'm going to set within the multiprocessing menu. Okay, so I'm going to go expert. And now, top line is just shows channel 1 and 2. My stereo spread is 0. Wow, I need some glasses. XP. Jeez. Don't need glasses to run a Manicore. All right. Effects are a 2 on channel 2. reactivity is 4 on channel 1 and 1.5 on channel 2. My sensitivity is 65 on channel 1 and 94 on channel 2. My volume are both 9. I've got PWM on channel 1 and low square on channel 2. My tones, I've got full tones on channel 1, and I set my tone break for channel 2. You get 1 tone break, and I set it for 702. You get not the tone break, but the accepted tone pitch. Okay, I set it at 702 to give me a pretty high tone on an accepted tone on channel 2. And my iron tone for channel 2, I just left at 135 hertz. Iron volume is 10 on both. Okay, and back to the main. That's it. Now let me look at the audio menu. So we'll go to Option, Audio, Select. Okay, we don't worry about audio out. Audio filters on 0. My equalizer is at +6, 0, +6, and +9. Okay, I'm going to leave these on. Back out of that. Audio type, that was set in the multiprocessing menu, okay, because we're looking at channel 1 audio type here. And that's it. That is it for the entire thing, okay? I'm going to be doing a video. Let me power this down. And let me turn off the camera. Now, I've got that saved in my machine as named Mulch17. I will be doing a demonstration video coming up. Obviously, as you can see, I'm not detecting today, or the video will never make it to you. Anyway, that's it for this video today. Have a good one, everybody. Hey, play around with your settings and experiment. You know, just have fun with it. This is all about having fun. Get out there and detect and swing away. Thank you.